Yeah. What absolutely. Say it again, y'all. What absolutely. Listen to me.
Welcome to wrestlerant HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. This is wrestlerant HD. And here on wrestlerant HD, we like to give you information while entertaining you as we do it. And that's exactly what we're going to do each and every week, every time you come back to wrestlerant. Now, this has been a big week for professional wrestling. In fact, it has been a devastating week for professional wrestling if you've been watching World Wrestling Entertainment action. Now, as many of you know, the WWE essentially walked out on Triple H this past Monday on Raw, but we're going to get to that just a little later. Let's talk about what happened at Hell in a Cell. That was a great match. Alberto Del Rio, CM Punk, and John Cena. Kinda. You see, I knew eventually it would come down to Alberto Del Rio and CM Punk, the two wrestlers in the ring. John Cena locked out of the cell. What was I doing at that point in the match? Oh, I remember. There was a guarantee, an instant guarantee, after Cena was locked out of the cell, that that belt would not return to the waist of John Cena. At least not for a little while. See, this to me is what's called a believable story. And the reason why is because if John Cena truly is going to defend that WWE Championship against The Rock at WrestleMania, WWE has got to make it believable for John Cena to somehow get that title back around his waist before WrestleMania and then defend it against the People's Champion, The Rock. WWE, kudos on making a believable story with John Cena. Believe me, I know it's hard to do. Now, let's talk about the phenomenal deed that Cody Rhodes pulled off at Hell in a Cell. How about that? Throwing away the new Intercontinental Championship introduced by Eric Bischoff and pulling out the old Intercontinental Championship. You know, the one with all the prestige behind it. You know, the one that everybody remembers. The one that Shawn Michaels wore because it is white. The one that Bret the Hitman Hart wore. The one that the Ultimate Warrior wore. The list goes on and on and on of the names behind the prestigious Intercontinental title that Cody Rhodes wears. Cody, I am proud of you. Dusty, if you came up with that, I want to say, kudos, buddy. That is monumental. I am enjoying the Intercontinental Championship, the real Intercontinental Championship, back in World Wrestling Entertainment. Okay, I gotta get to this. Many of you may have wanted Randy Orton to win at Hell in a Cell. You say, Mr. WrestleRant, he should have won. He's the Viper. But let me tell you why he shouldn't have won. You see, Mark Henry just won the World Heavyweight Championship. And in order for the title to be taken away from a beast like Mark Henry's character, you must build something up believable. The Big Show coming back to destroy Mark Henry like he did this past Friday night on SmackDown, which we'll get to later, is believable. It's a believable storyline to have someone come back that was destroyed viciously, venomously by a monster to only come back and destroy the monster itself that did it. That's a believable storyline. And in order to do that, on the way to that story, the monster must take someone else out before that comeback. Big Show, I am impressed with your comeback. Now, you stay tuned to WrestleRant HD, because when we come back, we're going to talk about the atrocity that happened at the end of Hell in a Cell. And boy, I mean, it was an atrocity. This is WrestleRant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. Don't you go anywhere. Could WrestleRant HD inform and entertain you? Does Superman know how to keep his identity a secret?
Now that you know, I think you should know it all.
I want to.
Let's go to my place.
It looks so beautiful from up here. You don't have to worry. I'll never tell them who you really are.
I know, Lois. I know.
WrestleRant HD. Get the secret out.
Coming out of Washington State. Cops don't like my profile, cause it makes a lot of things much style. So the man is on my trail. He wanna take me to jail. If he does, I make the bail. Cause I know a lot of rich females. I'm shaking them just like this. Keeping that portion fit. King County, cops don't quit. Even when a young brother's legit. So they follow me wherever I go. I am on the radio. With a scanner that I bought from a store. Cause a brother like me doesn't know.
Welcome back to WrestleRant HD, America's #1 professional wrestling rant show. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius. Now, I said when we came back, we were going to talk about the atrocity that happened at the end of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Fans, did you see R-Truth and The Miz come in and the cage come down? Did you see them attack referees, cameramen, wrestlers? All I have to say to that is this. That was brilliant. That is the most excitement that I've seen in World Wrestling Entertainment in a long time. They actually put the entertainment back in entertainment in World Wrestling Entertainment. Hey, listen. Wrestling matches are great and no one pushes for them more than me because after all, I'm a professional wrestling fan. However, the entertainment in WWE has got to show its head sometime. And I believe it did at Hell in a Cell at the end of that triple threat match. Let me tell you, this whole story with Triple H and John Laurinaitis, The Miz, R-Truth, and whoever else is mixed up in this is brilliant. This is the freshest thing that the WWE has had in a long time. Kudos WWE, because let me tell you something. I love a good, fresh story. We all do. We tune into WWE each week wanting to see something different. We never want to see the same thing over and over and over and over again. In WWE here lately, I gotta admit, you're doing a good job at giving us a difference each week. Thank you, WWE. Now, let's talk about the vote of no confidence for the game Triple H. What does this mean for Monday Night Raw? In fact, the WWE in its entirety. What that means is this, is that somebody's about to be a new leader. There could be a regime change as soon as Monday. Now, I never believed Triple H would stay the chief operating officer permanently. Of course, we all knew that wasn't going to happen. But who will replace Triple H? Would it be John Laurinaitis? Or perhaps the anonymous Raw general manager? Now, for those of you out there thinking it could be HBK Shawn Michaels, let me just put this out there. I think it could be too. You know, Shawn Michaels has been away long enough, and for those of you that watch WWE.com or get emails from WWE.com, there certainly have been some hints that Shawn Michaels could return in some form or fashion. Certainly not in wrestling form, but definitely in an administrative capacity. Or it could be, I've thrown enough myths out there as it is. I'll let you come to your own conclusion. Now, I said earlier I would talk about the return of the largest athlete in the world, the 7-foot Big Show. Well, is it really a return from an injury? Or did Big Show have one heck of a vacation? Now, let me put all your disbeliefs to rest. He returned from one heck of a vacation. Listen, he only sat home and ate pizza rolls and played Xbox 360. You know, did the whole thing where he rented Netflix for a while and watched movies. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I do that too. It's okay. But Big Show, back from his vacation or hiatus, whatever you want to call it, ready and on fire. I have never seen the big man fresher. Big Show is fresh and ready to go and ready to take on Mark Henry. Telling Mark Henry, you've got to give me an answer right now, because if you don't, I'm going to put this fist everywhere on your body. Well, Mark Henry comes out towards the end of that promo and tells Big Show he's going to get the answer on Mark Henry time in World Heavyweight Champion time. And what was Mark Henry's answer? A resounding no. Now, you need to understand, fans, that sometimes what you say can have consequences and repercussions. I think Mark Henry understands that now. With Big Show's fist going through his face, his body ringing out through his entire frame, Mark Henry now understands that the Big Show means big business. This is a great story in that not only do you have a heel able to stand against a great babyface, but a great babyface, no pun intended, able to carry his weight against a dynamic heel. Fans, out of this story, out of this rivalry, you are going to get 100% pure entertainment. I guarantee it. This is going to be brutal. As the announcer in Rocky said, this is going to be a war. And I know that it will be. Hey, vengeance is another bi-monther. But I'm telling you, just for that match, you ought to watch it. Even if you don't pay for it. Go to a hot spot. Go to a BW3's. Go to a Hooters. By the way, you're welcome for the plug. Go to any one of those places. But listen, if we see more of what we've seen from the Big Show tonight, putting Mark Henry through a table, he nearly crippled him before Teddy Long conveniently came out there. Man, how far will this story go? Mark Henry, World Heavyweight Champion. Even a little more interesting than Alberto Del Rio, the WWE Champion. Take notes, Alberto. You can learn some things from Mark. Well, that about does it for this edition of WrestleRant HD. I'm your host, Angelo Demetrius, but before I sign off tonight, I'd like to wish a very, very special happy birthday to two of my best friends in Deputy, Indiana, Jeff and Christine Munson. I love you two very much. Happy birthday to you. This has been WrestleRant HD. You can see us here each week on YouTube.com and at ClickWrestle.com for WrestleRant HD. I'm your host, saying Good. Bye, everybody.